And maybe what you're talking about reminds me that during the last election, about 10% of Uganda's population was running in one of the political races. It's sort of as if, because there's not too many jobs, politics has become a career itself. I mean, it's a job, people go in there because they have nothing else to do.
That's true. That's very true, because there are so many people who have failed in every other places and are going into politics. That's the honest truth. And
if you are also going into ministry, I'm told.
Sorry?
I'm told if you are also going into ministry.
It's okay, but at this ministry, you have a choice of whether to patronize their ministry or not. But in politics, if the man becomes MP or president, you have no choice. He's going to be making laws for you or, presiding over you, you understand?
Yes.
So if I am somebody who has failed at something and I go into ministry, people can choose not to come. You know, there is freedom.
But if you are LC5, then everybody's going to suffer.
Everybody in the district is going to suffer because of me. So that's where the issue is. Now, the reason people are going into
So you're against persons who don't have a record of success being involved in politics?
No, I actually didn't say that. I'm just saying that we have so many people who have been pushed away from politics because they have too much to lose. And then we have so many people who are in politics because they have nothing to lose. And that's a very bad thing. And I can't think of any country where that is true apart from Uganda. I'll give you an example. There is this law which was put, and this is so important, very close to my heart. There was a law which was put telling people to resign from civil service and from, all these positions of employment. Even some of these media houses, you couldn't stand for office and still work for NBS. They would ask you to resign. And then you have to resign and give up all you've had.
Conflict of interest.
Because of, no, that's not the actual reason. Because you're going into politics. The actual reason is not conflict of interest. The actual reason is because this leadership wanted a certain caliber of people in politics, not the thinking high caliber people. Now, as a result, I'll give you an example. If I wanted to stand, if I'd finished university, let's say, and gone straight into public service, at my age, I am 48, I would probably have traveled some distance. Maybe I'm assistant commissioner or something like that.
Yes. And
then you're asking me to give up a permanent and pensionable job to go into the lottery of elective politics. So most people, and yet actually I could have a lot to offer in those areas because I've been there at the policy making level. I know everything that is happening, and as a politician I would be the sharpest person to come and make decisions. But then you're telling me if you want to come and make decisions here, then you're going to have to give up that place and everything you've worked for these 20 years and go for the lottery of elective politics. So guess what so many, just hold on.
So
guess what most of those people do?
So you wait.
They just stay away from politics. And guess what is the net effect of that law? We have people in politics whom would not want to be in other places, whom would not trust to run our companies. But we are trusting them to run a country.
So
now, and
you can't run you can't be good enough to be at a board of an organization. You can't be a CEO of anything. But you are a CEO of a district.
Yes, and you're a member of parliament, and you're making the laws for the country. Because the people who should
laws
be making...
Laws for who?
Because, and that's the point, laws for those intelligent people who are being kept out of politics by a stupid law. Now, the first thing I'll do when I become president, now this is important, is remove that law. If Kasumba wants to stand for politics...
God forbid.
You say so. But if Kasumba wants to stand for politics, you don't have to give up anything. The most we can tell you is take 6 months unpaid leave. If you're elected, then you can resign. If you're not elected, you go back to your position in government, in a corporation, wherever. You go and resume from wherever it is you stopped. Now, just by changing that one law, you will see the caliber of people we shall have in our politics. They will all be high class. And that's what we want. We want, because a country can never achieve its dreams when it has its lowest caliber people in politics. That is not going to happen.
Let me ask this then. Do you think that persons whose major academic achievement is senior 6 or its equivalent, whatever that means, should we reduce ourselves to that as the requirement? Then the population determines. And we can even question the ability of the population to find the best leaders for itself. Do you think we also need to change that, going by where you want us to go, having the best in our society?
We don't change that.
Running for office.
I am not stopping anybody from standing for politics. I am just saying, bring the other intellectuals to also come and join. If the electorate decide to select the other person, so be it.
Then they suffer the sins.
Yes, up to them. But I'm saying these people have been locked away by a stupid law.
Okay.
Now, just bring
Fair
them,
enough.
give them the liberty to come. So if Kabuleta is an S6 dropout and is semi, whatever it is you want to call me, now, if I'm standing for member of parliament, don't ring fence that position for people like me. Bring intellectuals, somebody with a PhD to compete with me.
Knowing that if they lose, they can go
Knowing
back.
that they can go back and they have nothing to lose in the long run coming to stand with me. But if the electorate choose me ahead of the PhD holder, so be it. However, I don't want to keep the PhD holder away from contesting.
Fair enough.
Uganda for Uganda. Yeah. Uganda for Uganda. Rwanda, Uganda. Uganda for Uganda. Yeah.